So if I were going through my home right now and doing spring cleaning or summer cleaning, what are things that you would tell me in order to create the optimal toxic free home that I can? Here are 5 things that you should look at and get the heck out of your place.
Oh, okay. So number one, I would look at cleaning products. And if I have products like Lysol, Mr. Clean, Tide, I would replace them with safer products. And I give the names of safer brands. Like, for example, Ecos is a really good brand for household cleaning products. Definitely replace those because they can be harmful to mom when she's pregnant, to her fetus. They can be harmful to young kids and cause asthma and wheezing. They can contain carcinogens and reproductive toxins that pollute our indoor air, as well as our can get into groundwater with laundry detergent, for example, and some other toxins. So replace your cleaning products would be a big thing. Two, look at what you're using around your home and garden and your pest control products. If any of them are raid or black flag, I would get rid of them. There's again safer brands. One brand is called Safer, but there are lots of safer ways of dealing with pests too. So I would clean out your cabinet. No 2,4-D. Watch out for your, if you have someone who takes care of your garden or your lawn for you, make sure they're not using any chemicals like 2,4-D or glyphosate or Roundup. So that would be my second lesson. My third one would be your tap water. If you can't afford to test it and it's not being filtered, go online or to a store and buy an online filter, a faucet filter. If it's at the end of your tap, costs $25. It will do a good initial removal. Get a pitcher filter like zero water. Use that from the faucet filter. Then go into the zero water or pitcher filter. Double filter your water, all your drinking water. Don't buy plastic bottled water. That's such an insult to our intelligence. It's the plastics that are polluting so much of our drinking water, and then the bottled water industry is telling us buy more plastic. Well, it's all recycled, but how about if we just get rid of it? It's not all recycled, and still chemicals from the plastic fall into the water. So I just say filter your water. You filter while we're talking about filtering, do your shower too for about $25. You can get a shower filter. I would get a shower filter. If you garden, I would get a hose filter for your kids if they drink from the hose. If you do, your dogs, and also for your garden. So that's the third thing I would do is filter my water. Fourth, I would get a high efficiency particulate air filter, or what's called a HEPA filter. My nonprofit group that I work for, Healthy Living Foundation, which I'm chief officer, we just brought 32 air filters to the kids at the Fifth Ward Elementary School in Reserve, Louisiana, the Panthers, the Proud Panthers, because their school is right next to the Danka chemical plant that's emitting a chemical called chloroprene, used to make neoprene at levels that are about 70 times above the even lax EPA standards for this chemical, and it causes cancer. So we brought the air filters to the school to help the kids because they're slipping through the cracks otherwise, and they need help. They need human dignity, something just to show that they matter as much as everyone else. And there's a lawsuit from the Department of Justice, but it's moving too slowly. The fourth, I would put high efficiency particulate air filters in your rooms with your kids, especially if you live near any kind of polluting plants, um, whether they're nuclear or but particularly plants that may emit ethylene oxide or burn coal um, or manufacture other plastics and stuff. So fourth would be getting a HEPA air filter. And five, I would start to look at my bedding and other um, furniture and clothing and start to prefer organic clothing and bedding. There can be a lot of some bedding and clothing, if they say it's stain resistant, for example, or water resistant, can contain what are known as forever chemicals, which can cause cancer, kidney, and liver disease. So these can be in your bedding, and they can be absorbed through the skin or in your clothing and be absorbed into genitalia. For example, some undergarments have these chemicals in them um, too. So you have to be really careful. So I would fifth thing would be to start shifting from so much chemical clothing to and bedding to more to organic bedding and clothing. Those are my 5 tips for indoor home.
That's eye-opening. I mean, I know I feel like I live fairly healthy, organic, really looking at the cleaning products, but I never really considered as I'm purchasing clothing, the amount of chemicals that could be on my clothing because I think, "Oh, if I wash it, it'll be fine." But what I hear you saying is that might not be the case.